What did you see when you went and looked at the film of that?
A lot of stuff to clean up, a lot of stuff to correct. Obviously I don't get to see the defensive film, but offensive wise, we gotta clean some stuff up, execution wise, make sure we're getting guys in the right spots, making sure guys are running the right routes. I'm going through my reads correctly. I'm having my same footwork, and just being consistent. I felt like we were sporadic at times, and just need to, from start to finish, need to make it a clean game. So.
Were handoffs one of the issues that you saw? Or was that just a one thing? Or?
The one to Zach on the goal line, he's seen how close we were to the end zone. I'm thinking in his mind, he's thinking he could just ram it in there. I'm still trying to go through my read. My read told me to pull it on that play, and then that look. A little bit of miscommunication on that play. The fumble to Keegan, again, my read, it's about a 50-50 on whether I should pull it or give it to him. He thought, based on where my read was, that he wasn't going to get the ball. It's probably why I didn't look. And so, again, just a miscommunication thing. So, again, just execution-wise, just trying to make sure we're cleaning those things up. Again, 2 plays is not the end-all, be-all, but it also can be the end-all, be-all when you look at the final score. So, just making sure we clean up those things for sure.
Are read options tougher at the goal line when it's all everyone's on top of each other like that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think everything's tougher on the offense just because, defense doesn't have very far to go. And so, the windows definitely get a little tighter. Me fitting that ball in there to Zach on one of those drives. I think everything's a little bit tighter down there for sure, especially with the run games.
There were 3 receivers who I think had their first touchdowns of the season on Saturday. So just how does that kind of speak to the depth of the receiver group this year?
Yeah, they're all hungry. They all know that anybody and everybody can get the ball on any specific play. And so I think that's the best thing about having this group, as well as, having my experiences. In previous years, maybe guys weren't running routes as hard because you're not going to get the ball, whereas this year, everybody has a chance to really get the ball. And we're putting guys in different spots and different positions to make plays. So I think everybody's just hungry to go out there and make plays. Everybody's hungry to go out there and get the ball, and I think I'm putting the ball in the right spot for sure. So.
I think it's pretty fair to say that Colorado's a little bit of a desperate team right now, the way they've played the first 3 games. Do you have to match? They're going to come out probably with a lot of intensity Saturday. Do you feel like you have to match that, or just don't even worry about that, just play your game?
Yeah, I mean, we've been there before. My freshman and sophomore year, we were starting out the season 0-3 or 0-4 or whatever. So we know the type of feeling that they have in their locker room right now. They're going to be a real hungry team, like you said. So we got to come out there. I wouldn't say match their energy, but play our game still. We got to go out there and execute at a high level and see if they can run with us. But I think for sure we are definitely aware of the stakes that they have at hand too.
When the offense plays at a tempo, at a pace, do you feel the offense is a little bit more effective at times? I got a smile on your face there. Do you like running at tempo? Would you say?
I mean, you know what you're going to get on defense. They're not going to go out there and run a bunch of blitzes and a bunch of coverages. It's tempo. They got to line up as fast as possible, so you're going to get real vanilla looks. So I think that's the best thing about why we run tempo. But at the end of the day, though, we still got to be able to execute. So, but yeah, I'd say tempo is a very good tool that we use for sure.
Mafi's been one of the top-graded guards, offensive lineman in the Pac-12 the first 3 weeks. How much of a difference has his kind of reformulated body made in the way he's dominating?
Yeah, for sure. I think the way he's worked this offseason, as well as just on the mental side of things, at guard, you really don't have a lot of space to cover. You got guys to the right and the left of you to be able to help you out. So I think he knows that. He understands the position now. He understands how to be an offensive player and not be a D lineman anymore and stuff like that. So, and I think what's even more great about him is now he's teaching Ty the same things, even though Ty's in a different position than him in tackle. But, having making that switch from D-line to O-line, I think he's now learned the word patience and letting things come to him and not trying to force things too much. So.
Seemed like you had a connection with Kyle Phillips for years there. You guys kind of built a good connection. When you have a new effective player like Jake Bobo come in, does it take a while for you to build a connection with him too? Would you say just not from practice but in games?
I'd say probably usually, but with him, Titus, and the rest of the guys that are in the room, they make it really easy on me. Again, they're smart football players. Bobo's played a lot of ball. And so it makes my job really easy when they just know how to play football. They know what routes align with what situations, how we're trying to attack the coverages, where they need to be at what time. So I think that all relates to timing and getting the ball out fast and everything, and make sure I'm getting it in the right spot. As long as they're on the same page as me, I think it makes chemistry really easy. So.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Had some catches out there the other day. How did that feel? How did you kind of assess yourself afterward?
I felt good. Just being able to contribute, to the win that we got. It felt really good.
Do you feel like you're kind of building the chemistry with Dorian as we get deeper into the season here?
Yeah. So I've been spending a lot of time with him, just breaking down film at his house, to him coming over to my crib and just looking at plays and looking at routes and just making sure that the timing is right. So we're working on our connection. I know Bobo and him got it going. Him and Cam and Kaz got it going. So I'm just trying to, work my way in there as well.
Tell us a little bit about the whole process of you transferring in Central Florida, how that all went down, how UCLA started recruiting you, how they recruited you in high school.
Yeah, so Coach Chip recruited me throughout high school. I chose UCF after hitting the portal. Coach Chip was the first one to call me, saying, his words was, second time around, I'm not gonna lose you. So I kind of took that to heart, knowing that they was willing to take a chance on me again. And then just looking at the numbers that they put up from the previous years, right, on offense, and then just knowing that you're playing for Chip Kelly is, special. So that's something I want to be a part of. And yeah, the transition been easy. A lot of Polynesian boys that I'm used to back home in Hawaii. So just having the guys all with me, it makes it a lot easier.
Was there an influence that Dylan Gabriel first committed, and then when he decided to go to Oklahoma?
No, not really. My commitment was to Coach Chip and his offense. I want to play for Chip Kelly's offense, and I'm just glad to be finally a part of it.
Is it everything you thought it was going to be?
For sure, yes. To understand his schemes and just the amount of knowledge that he has, and kind of taught me, and I'm still learning as we go, but it's amazing to see,
How much support do you have back home in Hawaii? Friends,
a lot,
family?
yes. I have a lot. I'm pretty sure from these last 3 games, my parents came to the first. I had some aunties and uncles come to the second. This past one, we had some of the teams from back home fly up to play Cali school. So, I've always had somebody there to support me, which is super nice,
Yeah. What would it mean to succeed here at UCLA, just like for your family?
It's huge. UCLA, #1 public school. It's something very special, and my mom and dad was more worried about me getting my degree than football. So as long as I can get a degree here, and do good in school, then I know I'm making my parents proud.
Does your family have a lot of college crowds, or are you first?
No. So right now I have an older brother that's at University of Hawaii, so he's doing his thing over there playing football as well, and I'm the second oldest. So me and him's kind of like gonna be the first. Yeah. Yeah.
What have you seen from Colorado on film?
So we kind of just went over our film. We haven't really gone into theirs. Later on today we'll look into their film, but I got to watch their first game against TCU. They're a tough team to play, especially at home. So we're excited. We're just gonna play our game and control what we can control.
Going over your own film, what have you seen? Things you've done well, things that you think you need to improve upon?
Timing, making sure that I'm in the right spot at the right time, and just making sure I understand the coverages. There's sometimes we may think it's a zone look, but then they switch it to man, right? So just making sure that we're all on the same page as the offense.